What is going on, my peeps? Your boy Versatile is back with another video, back with a late to the party video. What they won't tell you, what bigger YouTubers won't tell you, what YouTubers won't tell you. Tech Rant reply. J Will did his way back when. I'm really late to the party because I've just been really busy, but I finally been able to sit down and kind of put my thoughts together in terms of what I think we don't tell you in terms of the struggles and or the realities of content creating in the world of social media. One of the biggest things I've been very vocal about on Twitter anyway has been the level of support just among us content creators ourselves. What is interesting, and I had a pretty decent talk or tweet back and forth with Roberto Blake about YouTubers or creators feeling hesitant to comment and basically interact with other creators on social media, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. Like, creators will not be in other creators' comment sections unless they're like really big. Like, you're talking about the formula to success per se. You got Linus Tech Tips, you got MKBHD, you got Your Average Consumer, you got Justine, Jonathan Morrison, Austin Evans. The list goes on and on. They all get together. Jenna, Justine's sister, they all get together, collab, comment, and associate with one another. And that's how they can cross-platform their communities and continue to grow and succeed and actually help each other out. On the way up, though, it seems like when we're down here, and I'm not trying to create a barrier per se, but just the smaller influencers, like, you know, the 1,000 clubs, the tens of thousands clubs, you know, even the hundreds of clubs. We don't want to comment and interact on social media and comment. That's how we show our support, but we don't want to do that. You know, they show their support by doing so. We see that, we get excited, like, oh, look, so-and-so's commenting and hanging out with so-and-so. But yeah, we'll turn around and not do none of that, and we wonder why, if not our growth is so slow, why people find us to be fake from time to time, and that's because we don't actually show support to one another. I, said it on Twitter. The only way we know that other creators support us is if we comment on each other's videos in terms of YouTube. You just watching it and liking it, that doesn't show you support one another, right? Like, actions back that up, and the actions such as leaving a comment, even if it's something simple, show that you came through and supported or are supporting the channel. In terms of Twitter, you can't, what's the point of following people and you don't like none of their tweets, none of their original tweets, or you don't necessarily try to comment back when they comment to you on Twitter, right? Like, what's the point of you following them and you don't interact with them on Twitter? Or even Instagram. Do you like their pictures? You follow them on Instagram, but you don't like their pictures? Or you follow them on Instagram and there's not one picture that you can comment on? Like, the amount of time that we spend on social media, and we see creators that follow us or claim that they support, but then they don't back none of that up with their actions. There's creators who claim that they like to be quiet and silent, and that's how they roll. That's not support, right? Just like when you think of issues, being silent and quiet does not get it done. You're part of the problem when you're silent and quiet, as opposed to standing on and putting your name behind your support. You can only do that by not being quiet, not being silent, speaking up and speaking out. If you get called out, like, don't get mad, but if you say you support, then show you support, right? We have great examples, not in terms of YouTube per se, but like, some people, Jay-Z, Kevin Hart, LeBron James, all the list goes on and on. You want to go back to old school Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? Like, the point is, they show Tyler Perry, you can see, and they tell you or show you how they support or how they try to help people out. We can even go as far back and go biblical times. You can look at Jesus Christ, right? The Bible. Like, there's information that we can see from other people that show that they supported some type of cause or supported nonetheless. But for some reason, we think that by being quiet and staying silent, that's how we show support, and that's trash. Like, that's just honestly trash, and that's one of the biggest struggles or problems we have in the space of social media, is when you content create or create content on social media, you find a lot of fake people who claim they support but they don't, or they just outright don't support and they don't even talk about it. Now, hey, respect if that's just not how you roll. It's messed up, but okay, but don't say you support but there's no real true actions behind it, like that's just whack. So that's one of the biggest issues. One of the other struggles is managing creating content in a timely manner, whether it's something hot came out the press and you want to try to get to it real quick, or you want to wait. The problem is sometimes waiting can kind of kill how well your content will do because of YouTube's algorithm, or because of how time sensitive or mainstream that idea of yours may have been. And that seems to be what the direction YouTube's pushing in, is mainstream popular content. Make that. Don't really make original content that you like to make. And so the problem you have is balancing the two. You want to create content that you like, but it may not do as well or even get seen because of YouTube's algorithms. And it favors more so the people or content that's super, super relevant. Like, take, for example, in tech, the Samsung Note 10. Let's say I dropped a video on the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 right now. It's probably not going to go nowhere, even though that's something that is a phone that people may be looking at or whatever, or may have an eyeball on. But it's not going to do well compared to a Samsung Note 10 video, because how mainstream and popular and relevant the Note 10 is right now. But let's say I wanted to make Note 10 content later, like even a week later, it might still be popular, but because of the time frame in which I did not make it, my video or my content suffers as a result because I waited too long. And so the struggle there is balancing between making it because it's time sensitive and it's gonna do me well, and making content that I actually want to create, that I actually like, and hoping that not just my supporters, but it will still be pushed out in the world of YouTube. And the problem is YouTube is not favoring original content from us anymore, which is why you have some people jumping off of YouTube like entirely, or going the realm of podcasting, because YouTube is making it hard and harder on people, regardless of how long you've been around, to now function and basically live by means of content creating on YouTube. So that's the second struggle that a lot of us have, is balancing time sensitive, relevant content with original content. And I want to say number 3, what we struggle with. What do we struggle with in terms of number 3? I think it's the algorithm in general. The algorithm and I guess the community, like people who just come through the audience and watch it. Like, the algorithm hurts you if your thumbnail's not great, or some people don't care about videos based off the thumbnail. They just want to watch a video, but YouTube won't push your stuff because of what your thumbnail looks like or the title. But people, they just want to see a video, and almost sometimes it feels like your content doesn't even get pushed out to your audience or to your subscribers. It can feel that way. And so like, it's hard to know if people are still rocking with you or not, and you don't know if it's YouTube to blame or people aren't actually watching your stuff. So I would say that's a short problem right there. Or watching, like, you get tens of thousands of views on a video and you only get like 1,000 likes. You're like, yo, where the other 9,000 likes at? I guess that's always a constant problem, and maybe comments in general. Not to say you should have 1,000 comments, but you should have a lot of comments on a video, or likes if you get that many views. So I think it's just people remembering to like the video as soon as they open the video up, because most likely the people you follow you like, so it shouldn't be too hard for you to just hit the like button as soon as you open the video up. And then as the video's playing or going on, scroll down to the bottom before the video's over, hit pause, leave a comment, and then back out. Or if you already have a thought prior to watching the whole video, go in and leave a thought. And then YouTube has given us the ability to edit our comments, so you can revise something you might want to have said or add to your comment. You know, if some people see me in comments, you might see like a nice detailed comment, because as I'm watching it, maybe I've changed how I feel. Maybe I added to my comment because I'm watching a video, giving my perspective or take on either what you said or the topic that you laid out there. So YouTube is giving us a lot of possibilities and ways to really improve our communication and interaction with our audience, our community, and people who come through. It's just those people likewise taking the time to do the same thing, because sometimes it makes us look bad because we don't get engagement, when simply people just aren't engaging. And we as creators should know that off the top of our head and should be moved and motivated to help each other out and comment in each other's videos. So that way we don't necessarily have to only rely on the general audience and consumers that come through and watch our stuff. We can actually kind of depend on each other. With the millions of videos that get uploaded every day on YouTube, it shouldn't be that hard for us to be able to be our own supporters. But that's why I'm leaving it right there. What they don't tell you, Tech Rant Reply from your boy Versatile. Hope you guys appreciate it. Of course, share your thoughts down below about what you guys think, and where's things that I can improve in, or even other people what you think they could perhaps improve in, whether they're a creator or whether you're a creator or not. Comment section is open for you guys. With your boy Versatile signing out, and until the next video, wait for it.